Okay. So I'm supposedly streaming. Let's go back here. Right. Public, live. Okay. So get shareable link. Copied. Okay, here we go. Let's test. I think we are live. Are we? Are we not? Let me check. Alright. My subscriptions. Okay. Let me know if it's working. Okay, I am here. There's one watching. Let's see. So, you know, there's been some. Oh no! We're in a position. We're not in a position to right now. We're missing 4 seconds. Oh my god. Uh, okay. Okay, just not too sure how many of you are here, but I'm just trying to figure out if this works or no. We want more podcast videos. Oh, nice. That is very kind, mate. Very kind. Let's try this. F1 guy. Okay. Okay, so who's been staying up to date? You gotta stay tuned. Pinto Sharma. Okay, so I hope this is working. I think we are. Okay, now I'm just gonna make sure. Let me just do this. Okay, 4 people watching. Welcome, welcome, guys. This is day 2 of Bahrain testing, and yeah, been pretty interesting right now. I'm actually just woken up an hour or so ago trying to sort this live stream out, and I actually need to make it public. So, give me a second. But, okay, so that's working. Good to know. Let's go to subscriptions. 3 people watching. That's pretty nice. Copy link. Just gonna make it public on Instagram that we are good to go. And okay. Then we can get into the test. Okay, here we go. Link. Where do I add link? What? Live testing reaction. New link. Come watch along. Down. Okay, almost there, guys. Just bear with me 1 second. Okay, we are good to go. Okay, so what's happened over the last little while? Well, you can see Leclerc is actually up top. So Ferrari's up in the lead. And, well, lap times. What were the times yesterday? Yesterday, we look at the laps. Williams had the most, which is pretty encouraging for Williams because given they were not at the Barcelona shakedown was pretty interesting. But they looked very reliable, and obviously that Mercedes engine is pretty fire right now. What I'm curious about is Aston Martin, because right now, this is just not looking good for them. Is it? Lance is saying we have engine problems, and it's not just engine problems. We're not in a position to fight for wins right now. We're missing 4 seconds. 4 seconds is insane. 4 seconds. That that hasn't happened in a minute. And Honda actually did the least number of laps yesterday. It's 36 laps. So 36 laps is not ideal. Because they did only 50 odd laps in Barcelona shakedown as well. I think even less, if I'm not wrong. How much they do? Let's have a look, actually. F1 Barcelona shakedown test 2026. Lap count. After day 3. Now we need day 5. Let's check this out. Okay, so we have probably figure out here 61 and 4, so 65 laps is all they did, which is barely anything. And now they are at 36. They did 36 yesterday, so that's not looking good for them, is it? Very, very concerning. But if we check out where are they today? Let's see. We have Stroll's not in the car, assuming Alonso is. Yep, there you go. 4-second gap as well. A 4-second gap, albeit it's just testing. It's very hard to tell. Very hard to tell right now. But yeah, for those of you who are new here, well, my name is Sachin, and I am a avid Formula One fan, motorsports fan. And I just thought I have this account on Instagram called @SachTheF1Guy, and I decided, you know what? How about we go into the YouTube space as well and start documenting my journey as a Formula One fan, IndyCar fan as well, and just understand the creator side of things. So I just decided to cover testing. We obviously have 50 odd minutes to 49 minutes actually until live coverage begins from day 2. The only 1 hour that's going to be televised. So I just find that absolutely appalling. Like, why is Formula One doing this in such secrecy? I don't quite get it. And because in order for them to be doing this behind closed doors for majority of the time, something drastically has to go wrong. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not too sure as to why that's the case, but hey, we'll have to see. And if you're watching right now, appreciate you. How many watchers do we have? Could I have a look at this? I don't know. Oh, 2 people. There we go. Thank you very much. That is more than I was expecting. 2 people live, which is pretty awesome. All right, let's see if we have... It is a work day, to be fair. It is a week. It's a work day. It's 9 a.m. People are just probably logging in to see, catching up on emails and stuff, let alone watch a guy talk about Formula One. So that's going to be pretty... Yeah, if that's your thing, you're in the right spot. But yeah, yesterday's... Let's see if we can check out what yesterday's was. All right, I just want to have a look at this. Yeah, so today's running order, as for now, Leclerc set the fastest time, but I actually want to check out the Bahrain test. F1 2026. Autosport's a good source as well. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Oh, beta version as well. Now, what I want to actually check is yesterday compared to today. So if we check the report, Lando topped, obviously. There we go. That's the classification from yesterday. Let me just fix that up a little bit on screen. There we go. Hopefully that makes it a lot better. But yeah, yesterday's was 1:34.6 as the benchmark time for Lando Norris. And it's 1:34.2, so we are already a lot better, right? 4/10 off already. Pretty interesting. It's crazy how quickly these cars and how quickly these teams actually just get better at... Oh, there we go. What's happened here? Okay, no, all good. Yeah, it's just fascinating to see how quickly these cars adapt and the drivers and the teams as well, and make sure that they are just getting better than the previous day. But what was very interesting yesterday was when Lewis Hamilton made a comment about the fact that you need a university degree to understand how the energy flow systems work in the car, because it's very difficult apparently. There's a lot to do, and sorry, just a little bit ill right now. But they mentioned that Lewis mentioned that you need a university degree in order to actually run these cars and understand the energy deployment systems, which is wild because you're already driving at, I don't know, like 330 kilometers an hour, right? You already have so many functionalities within the steering wheel, to brake bias, differentials, your you have all of those things to take care of as well, and now you have to understand how to deploy energy and get better at it. So it's just absolutely crazy to think, how, just absolutely wild to think you have to do so much, and for Lewis as well. A big thing he was talking about was the fact that it's not going to be as easy, and it's not so. The best drivers this year are not solely going to be winning on pure pace, right? It's going to be a mixture of things. So it's going to be, you're going to be doing a lot of, oh, there we go. You're going to win it in how you deploy a battery, how you conserve energy, right? Within your battery as well. And that's how you're actually going to win. So I just found it very, very interesting. Let me see if I can find that quote from Lewis Hamilton. Let's see. Nope, that is not it. That's pretty funny. Senor Lewis Hamilton with Kim Kardashian. That was pretty funny. No, I'm not too sure if it's going to come here. Hamilton, Ferrari. No, that's not the one. Yeah, no, it doesn't say much. Doesn't say a lot. Let's see. Again, cheeky shout out. Lewis and Kim again. LOL. But expresses a disappointment. No, I need to understand, where is Lewis gone? Let's just reload Twitter or X. You got the video of it. Checo, Bottas. How cool. Yeah, look at this. It's the lowest grip I've ever felt in 20 years. It enters the corner like a GP2 car, which is Formula 2 right now. So it's quite fun. It's like rallying a lot. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Oh, that's... Look at that. Yeah, that Ferrari's growing on me quite a bit. Initially, I was not a fan. But I think it's just such a bright pop of red that it just makes it look stunning. But no, that Haas is probably the best. Is the best car out there, hands down. Sydney Sweeney, Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I can't. Day 2 a.m. Okay, there we go. That is what's going on right now. So if you guys have missed out at covering testing this morning, this is where it stands. Leclerc with a 134.2, which is already 4/10ths up on yesterday's top time set by Lando Norris, and he's already done 62 laps as well. Lando's half a tenth away from him, which is pretty understandable. Gasly, Pierre Gasly's 2.4 off, but that Alpine, yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I hope they have a good year this year. And Flavio's obviously said like they're pretty much going all in on this season, so that's going to be very interesting. Albano, 3 seconds off. But again, it's not super representative, right? Like only 9 guys ran in the AM session and set times. But it's good to see Alonso put 55 more laps, because that would have been pretty chaotic if he wouldn't have, given yesterday they only ran 36 laps. So good for Sir Alonso. Yeah, there's quite a bit going on, and you can see over here 36 laps, which is not a lot. But again, that Mercedes obviously powers the most amount of teams. So in that regards, the Ferrari does look pretty stealthy, actually. 353 all across. That's pretty alright. I actually want to check these guys out a little bit more. Let's have a look. Oh, Lewis and Bottas. How good. So what are we? Where are we at? So where are we at with the Cadillac livery? What do you guys think? Are we? Sorry, I've just got a pretty bad cough, but yeah, where are we at with? Where do we stand with the Cadillac livery, the asymmetric livery? I feel like it looks pretty far on track, to be fair, but I don't know. It kind of reminds me of the Mercedes W19. Is it the W19? Wait, let's have a look. Mercedes. Oh, hello. That didn't work. Mercedes 2019. Oh, that is not the one. W10. Yeah. This is what it reminds me of. Look at that. Like, the resemblance is uncanny. Like, look at that. That one over there. Alright? And then you have this. It is absolutely wild. But, yeah, pretty interesting. What else do we got here? How can a driver see to the side of himself during a crazy turn one start with this sort of design? You can't see that. That's hilarious. You actually can't see Alonso, and you expect him to see you out of this very tight space with this vision to look at the mirror, rear view mirror, and have a look behind. That's pretty wild. And what else do we got? Kim and Lewis again. Aha, battery charging and depletion from Norris onboard. This is very interesting. You can see over here how there's a bar, an energy bar, pretty much. And then it sort of just like depletes. But then when you brake heavily, it actually just loads up, which I think is very, very interesting. Kind of like I think Formula E have this as well, where they use this sort of energy deployment system, and where you essentially just like recharge your battery. So pretty interesting. And with this though, Max Verstappen has found a very interesting braking style in order to harvest the most amount of energy, where if you brake more aggressively, you downshift more aggressively, and you cause a turbo to go on overdrive, it helps harvest more energy. So it's very interesting to see how that works from that side of things. And I think braking and obviously harvesting energy is going to play such a huge role this year. But yeah, as Lewis said, it's a very complex system to get a hold of. Yeah. 4 hours ago, Mercedes and Red Bull garage doors closed. Fair enough. Alcaraz and Sainz. The Espanols. Oh, look at that. Wild news. Yeah, this has been a big talking point for. This has been a crazy talking point for this test, right? You can see the side pods. It's all well, they do have side pods. It's not that they don't, because in 2022 when Mercedes came out with their brand new 2022 concept, it basically just went it was just like a slide, right? It just slid down. But over here you can see you can see the engine cover. It's pretty big, pretty hefty, and then the inlets are very slim. So it's a very aggressive design. I'm just curious to see how this would affect engine cooling, right? And airflow into the engine. That's something I'm going to be pretty interested about to see what happens. How 9 out of 11 teams look on board. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty interesting, actually. Let's have a look. Do I like this? It's very refreshing not to have those wheel covers from last year, because they were just absolutely, I don't know. If you guys are listening right now, what do you guys think? Did you like the wheel covers that we had last year? I clearly didn't. I was not a fan, although I've got a few models over here which do have that, but it's refreshing. And yeah, the McLaren, you can see a lot more papaya, which is very interesting. Alpine have pretty much, yeah, nothing too crazy. They have the same steering wheel as well. Now this is interesting. The Audi, they've gone for a very, I don't know, like this. It looks like a hybrid of the McLaren. Like the steering wheel looks like a hybrid of the McLaren and the Alpine sort of mushed together. So you see these buttons over here, which are very, what do you call it? It's very, when you look at the buttons, it's very, I don't know what you call it, but it's like at an angle, right? And if you see the Alpine, which you can't see over here, it's Alpine have it in that direction as well. And then obviously the McLaren from up top, it's pretty flat as well. So you can see it's kind of like a mix, but then it is reminiscent of Sauber as well. But I do like this on board. It's very nice. It makes it look sleek. Probably the headrest being black helps a lot. And yeah, just very, very interested to see how they performed. They were locking up in turn one. Like it was lock up galore yesterday. Turn 1 and turn 10 in Bahrain. Very tough braking zones, and people just kept, you know. The Cadillac just looks so plain. It's funny because Audi have so many more sponsors compared to Cadillac, but yeah, Cadillac's steering wheel looks like straight from the Formula One game, where if you play My Team career mode, it's like a spec. I don't know what the terminology is, but it just looks like the games version of like the My Team version of Formula One game. So pretty interesting to see. But again, you can see on the left hand side it's pretty white, and on the right hand side it's black. So pretty interesting what they've done, and it kind of just at this point next to the wing mirror attachment over here, it just kind of goes black to white. So I don't know. It's I haven't fully accepted the livery, shall we say. It's very interesting. But then if you have a look at this guy, this is Lance Stroll going into turn 10, probably locked up from what I could gather. But yeah, nice to see the Honda. Very nice to see the Honda. But it's interesting because they are struggling. They are struggling massively right now. And we just need to somehow figure out. Yeah, I don't know. We should probably do like a prayer together for Alonso and the Honda memories that sort of resurface. I feel like he's just getting massive PTSD because last time he worked with Honda, they just went downhill. 2015, right, with the new engines that came into play, and it just which is weird because in 2018 onwards, not 2018, 2019 onwards, Honda actually went with Red Bull and they just dominated. But I don't know if Honda have really I don't know if Honda have really sorted out, or if they've made the most of getting acquainted with the 2026 regulations in terms of the engine, the 50-50 power split, because it is very difficult to do. But when you look at their running in Barcelona, 65 laps, and they're running here in Bahrain, 36 yesterday, it's not a lot of running. And Lance is saying that there are engine issues as well, which is keeping them 4 seconds adrift of the leader. Now 4 seconds is a lot. Obviously it's just day 2 of testing, but yeah, it's just not ideal, is it? But anyway, all right, let's have a look. Okay, Williams, a lot more sponsors from the onboards. Very, very interesting to see because I just never. It's funny, right? In 2022 when Williams came on, so if you look at the Williams car from 2022, it actually had pretty much like nothing. If you look at this over here, wait, how do I show? Oh, there we go. Just bear with me. I'm actually still getting used to live streaming and doing all of this. But look at that. It has absolutely no sponsors on there. Do you know what I mean? Like, absolutely nothing. So, excuse me. Oof. Yeah. So for them to go from this, okay, to this, like, come on, mate. That's fair play. That is absolutely awesome. And the car looks pretty interesting because I don't know. I feel like it was a very last minute attempt for them to actually incorporate Barclays and, the rest of the Barclays, Komatsu. They were very last minute deals. I mean, Komatsu was there for a while, but they have been, I think Tomo from P1, oh, not Tomo, Tom Bellingham from P1, Matt and Tommy said that it was very interesting to see how, yeah, it was very interesting to see how, oh, hello, mate. Woohoo! There we go. It just caught me off guard, that, there we go. Let's go. Nice. Yeah. It's interesting because Tom Bellingham mentioned that they have been able to satisfy all their sponsors, all right, with their colors that they required. So it was pretty interesting to see. But nonetheless, this onboard looks very colorful. Obviously, HD quality would be pretty epic. And then let's have a look at, oh, the Ferrari. I like the steering wheel. Obviously, Lewis has had a huge input in changing it, so they've gone a little bit more WEC style. So if you look at Ferrari's Ferrari WEC steering wheel. There you go. So this is kind of what they've done, right, with their Formula One car now. And it kind of makes sense because when Lewis was at Mercedes, Lewis was very attuned to saving weight wherever he could. So, for example, if you look at a steering wheel, right? Like if we look at it over here, so I'm going to take this as an example, okay? In a Mercedes, or actually, you know what? Let's look at a Ferrari, Ferrari F1 steering wheel 2021. I don't know. Let's see, 2021. Yeah, you can see there's a lot of dead weight, pretty much, one could say, because it's very difficult as a Formula One team to save weight. So wherever you get a chance, you should save. So back in the day, if you see over here, this used to be connected at the bottom as well, right? When Michael Schumacher used to race and whatnot. And then all of a sudden things changed. But now with Lewis coming from Mercedes, Mercedes literally had absolutely nothing. Like their steering wheels, if you look at the Mercedes 2019 steering wheel, it was absolutely basically just something to hold on to. That was it, right? But then when you look at this now, you can see how bulky it is, right? In terms of the top edges and stuff. But now, if we look, it's actually cut out like the WEC steering wheel. So anyway, that's me getting too geeky into steering wheels. But on board, the yellow helmet, standard. The white kind of looks good, but it feels like you're just like sliding down into something. Like it's so white. But it's interesting. And okay. Oh, this looks like a Formula 2 car. Jesus Christ. Is that just the camera angle or is it the paint scheme? Yeah, no, that looks like a... Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Wow. But I do like the Red Bull. Obviously, the Red Bull looks absolutely classy. And just the fact that they've gone back to their old paint job, right? The Red Bull logo with the white background, white borders. There we go. It's not like this anymore. This is from 2021, I think. And then we have Mercedes. Now this looks very similar. Huh. Pretty interesting. All right. So for those of you who are new, welcome. I see we have 3 people watching, so appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, we're just waiting for countdown. We've got around 25 minutes to sort of, chit-chat about before walking through yeah, day two, streaming the live session from live last hour from day two, and right now we can see that. Let's see what's happening over here. Let me make that a little bit more clearer for you. Yeah, Leclerc's up top right now. Lando is just behind him. George P3, Gasly P4, Ollie Behrman P5. Okay, that's new. Albon, and then you have the rest of the folks. So pretty interesting. And in terms of how much time we have left, I'm gonna have a look at that as well. Where'd they go? I swear, an hour and 24. Hour 24 minutes. And what's MNC Walla? Red Bull will be back on the top this year. Mate, I hope so as well. I really hope so. It is very interesting for Red Bull, but given what Toto Wolff said actually about Red Bull, that's very. Let's see if we can find his quote. Yeah, this one, right, where he says, "I was hoping they were worse than they are because they have done a very good job. The car, the power unit, and are the benchmark at the moment. I would say they are able to deploy far more energy on the straights than everybody else over consecutive laps." And what's very interesting is people are claiming. All right, people are claiming that it's actually a 1 second advantage on the straight, which is pretty wild. If you have a 1 second advantage on the straight, that's, imagine like how many straights would you encounter in Bahrain? You have the first straight, second straight, and then the back straight. So 3 straight. So that's 3 seconds anyway, right? But again, how much of this is bring back the Indian Grand Prix? We'll actually get to that. But this is very interesting because Mercedes have been known for sandbagging for so long, right? So long. So I feel, given how Mercedes performed in Barcelona, I just feel like they're sandbagging. That's my personal opinion. And over some time, it's just gonna, they're just gonna, be super competitive. That's my assumption. So I just think that's going to be the case, but very interesting to see what Toto has to say over here. But yeah, where were we before that? Indian Grand Prix. Yeah, the Indian Grand Prix, mate, it's going to be interesting. I don't know. There's a lot of loopholes. Sorry, not loopholes. A lot of hurdles that they'll have to cross, right? But again, hopefully it works out. It'd be cool to see. I drove the Indian Grand Prix, the Bahrain International Circuit, right? On F1 2011, the game, or 2012. But, oh, mate, absolute fire. That was such a great track. Very flowy, flowed pretty well. But super excited to see what it, if it all can be possible. It's just like, you have 24 races already. It's such a packed calendar. What do you do? What do you do then, right? So, I don't know. It's going to be a little bit difficult to accommodate for, but if it's possible, why not, right? So, yeah, it'd be pretty interesting to see. Red Bull will be the run. Oh my god, I know that movie. I've heard of it. I haven't watched it though. I feel like it's absolutely crazy violence, so I am not going to be watching that movie. Too much tariffs, yeah. That's also fair. That's also pretty fair. But yeah, where are we? I wanted to see the Aston Martin actually. This is supposed to be Adrian Newey's masterpiece, right? But it looks pretty sweet, pretty neat. I just don't know if Adrian's done enough. Oh, appreciate it, mate. Yeah, this is from 2021, this fleece. It's pretty old, shall we say, right now. But yeah, very nice. Appreciate that. But yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, such a fat front nose? I just don't get it. Why? I'm no F1 designer, but that looks big. That looks massive. But anyway, I just pray for Honda and Aston Martin. I really hope they're in a position to actually figure this out. But I don't know. Yeah, okay. The race released an article stating that Max is downshifting aggressively to charge the battery. So yeah, like I was mentioning earlier, very, very, very interesting to see the brake patterns and stuff, right? Like Delta confidence. Delta confidence. Jeez. This is too technical, but I do understand the braking stuff that they're talking about over here. And oh, that Haas is just such a beautiful car. Rahman Ducat for this. Yeah, I've heard that reference. Yeah, Ferrari's gonna be interesting, man. I don't know actually. Not I really no one knows where Ferrari stands. You know, everyone's on the hype train. We all are Ferrari fans, as much as we hate to admit. We all are at the end of the day. So yeah, that'll be very interesting to see how it sort of evolves with Ferrari. But I just hope, because based on yesterday, like, yeah, there's pace, right? You have the top four are at the top four. They're looking pretty good, pretty decent. But you just want to make sure that, I don't know. I've been on the Ferrari hype train for God knows how long, but I'll bring back the days of the 1982 Ferrari. Jeez, look at that beauty. That right there. This is when engines used to be in the back. Which is what it is now. What am I saying? LOL. Ignore me. What I meant was, you look at where he's seated right now, okay? His feet would be somewhere here, right at the axle. So if he has a crash, which a lot of the time they did, they would just snap and break their legs. Oh, that's a bit gross, but this is a very cool feature from Williams and Claude AI to give the drivers' dashboards eyes. Yeah, this is for full days today, AM, PM, Thursday. Do we have any? Oh yeah, so we have Russell's going to be driving now. Norris for the entire day. Russell for the PM. Hadjar, Leclerc, Albon, Sainz, Sharing, Lawson, Lindblad, Alonso, Behrman. Okay, oh, pretty cool. Oh wow, this is legendary. Kubica winning, and then you have Nico Rosberg P2, or Hamilton P2 and Rosberg P3. Yeah, this has gone on for a while, hasn't it? The engine dispute. Anyway. Yeah, there she is again. Wait, the tire graphics for 2026. What are the tire graphics though? Oh, C2, C3. No, that's pretty cool. Pretty interesting. Alright, so 2 people watching. Appreciate you guys watching along. During podcast, you can tell some informative facts on F1. Cars or history of racing. Jokes on info drive. This will keep pace and continuity. Appreciate you, man. NJ. That kind of helps. Yeah, we're kind of going over it right now. Oh, it's just repeating now, is it? Yeah, it's just repeating. But we have around 16 minutes before the session begins, or at least we'll be able to see day 2 discussion thread. Here we go. Yeah, so we have 15 minutes now, pretty much, until the 1 hour of streaming begins, which is nice. So we'll be able to watch it. Here are the 15 best long runs by the day. Oh, interesting. Informative facts on F1, history, jokes, info on drivers. This will keep the pace and continuity. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, so we got 15 minutes until the footage begins, where we'll be able to watch the final hour of testing. And then, yeah, we'll just sort of have a look at it and comment and discuss a few things. So, pretty interesting. Obviously, this is my first time live streaming. For those of you who are new, latest poll predictions, favorites. Yeah, sure thing, mate. Sure thing. Well, it's so early to say, right? Like poll predictions from day 2 of testing. It's such a hard thing, right? Because these times right now, this was yesterday's timing. Okay, let me bring up today's. Here we go. This is today's. This is what we have going on right now. Okay. So when you see Leclerc being on P1 right now, it doesn't mean that the Ferraris are going. They're not at the front, because if you look at it, the tire, they've used a soft tire as well. It's the soft tire, but then Lando is only a half a second behind him on a hard tire, right? So this is not representative. It's just what people want to see from testing day 1, 2, and 3 of the test 1 this week is reliability, right? Are there any gremlins in the engines, in the bodywork, in the aerodynamics that they want to iron out? It's those kind of things, right? So that is what they're trying to understand. So the pace is very difficult. We will get better idea about pace next week. Okay, next week when I think they do the 18th, 19th, and 20th, the 3 days next week. That's when they'll actually do a lot more race running, and those timings will be a lot more representative in terms of giving us a pecking order of who's going to be at the top, right? Who's going to be leading from the front, or who has the advantage. Like Toto is claiming Red Bull has, right? And then other teams are saying Mercedes have an advantage. So this is just crossfiring, which is very, very normal. It's very, very normal, but it's very interesting to see who are the favorites for the year. Obviously, Red Bull looks to be pretty robust. Shout out Max Verstappen. Any Max Verstappen fans, put it in the comments. I know it's only, I don't know how many people are watching, but a couple of folks probably. But it's, Red Bull's looking pretty good. How Isaac Hadjar performs in comparison to Max Verstappen, that's big unknown. So we don't know that too much, right? I would say Mercedes are obviously looking pretty good. Most people are literally, what was I going to say? Jesus Christ, talking for so long in a live stream is actually pretty difficult. So, Matt and Tommy P1, Pondon, Arava, all you guys, I really appreciate you, because, yeah, it's hard to speak, just keep talking, because at times I feel like I'm just talking absolute rubbish. And coughing along, I guess. And my computer's probably going to run out of charge. So that would not be ideal, would it? But, okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, favorites, it's so hard to say. So obviously you have the Red Bull engines, which are looking very good, and I feel like Ford have done a very good job with it. Then you have Mercedes, who are obviously, I genuinely feel like they're sandbagging big time. Ferrari is a huge unknown. I've drunk my Kool-Aid of being a Ferrari fan. I think we all are. Every child growing up loves a red car and the prancing horse. So it is what it is. And if you can't, I've let my therapist know that I'm supporting Ferrari. So and most of the times, my therapist makes a lot of money. So I think that's the case for a lot of people, and that's okay. That's fine. But we just hope that Ferrari and Lewis in particular, sink, or they have a good season, because for a lot of people are saying that for Lewis Hamilton, especially this year, this might be it. Like, if he doesn't perform well in 2026, then you have Ollie Behrman waiting in the wings. You have Dino Beganovic from Formula 2 who's waiting in the wings as well. And would Ferrari want to pull the plug? I don't know. So I don't know what you guys think if Lewis will have a good season with Ferrari this year. I hope he does, but again, that's a big unknown, right? Um, Someone who surprised me probably would be Alpine. Alpine are looking pretty solid. They let go of their own engines, and now they've done they've just gone with Mercedes engines, and Mercedes engines look pretty strong, which there in mind should help Alpine do a much better job. So let's see. And Flavio's gone out to say, hey, listen, we're going all out with this, right? So let's see. I'm very interested to see how they perform. And then obviously you have Cadillac over here. Cadillac with everyone's drinking the Kool-Aid of, oh, American team gonna do so well. This, mate, if you understand Formula One, it's not that easy. Like, you can't just come in, all right? You can't just come in and bulldoze your way through and win a championship unless, and only unless, you're Braun GP from 2009. Braun GP were the only ones who actually did that. So for those of you who are new to Formula One, Braun GP 2009, these guys. So these guys came in 2009, and they actually did the unthinkable. So Braun only raced for 1 year in Formula One. 2008, they were Honda Formula One team, which then went into, a bit of during the recession in 2008, they had to sell. Honda had to back out. Honda sold its Formula One operations and team for £1 to Zach Braun, and Zach Braun named it Braun GP. And the guys who piloted this were Rubens Barrichello and the 2009 world champion Jenson Button, and they won the Constructors' Championship and the Drivers' Championship now. And then in 2010, Mercedes bought them out, and it became Mercedes F1, which is then history. So it's funny that can you enlarge the screen area, showing cars, and reduce your area like a stamp size? Oh, okay, yeah, man, of course. Is that better for you? So I'm just in the corner of the screen and you can see everything else going on. I hope that's fine. But yeah, that is what happened with Braun GP, which was very, very interesting. And then now, I think, how long we got left now? We got... Yeah, Reddit threads are so good to sort of just go through. But that was Braun GP. So for Cadillac to pull something like that, I think, the odds would be very, very high. Very unlikely. Whatever Red Bull Ford powertrains were doing yesterday was a clear step ahead of anyone else. Not only a small step, and it was mighty impressive. Yeah, no, it was. Stroll speaks and sounds concerned. We have engine problems, not just engine problems. We're not in a position to fight for victories. Right now, we're 4 seconds off the pace. Not surprised, to be fair. It's, it's not ideal. I don't know. Like Aston Martin are just... I don't know what's going on with that team. Lawrence Stroll has had a grand plan in 2021 that he put through a 5-year plan, if you guys remember. And with 5 years, within 5 years, they were going to be fighting for victories. So that 5th year should be this year. So I'm very interested to see what's going to happen over there. I don't know. So we have 6 minutes before we get to see the cars live on track. There you go. Carlos and Alonso. That's pretty interesting. Not Carlos Sainz. Alcaraz. Tennis. Yeah. I don't know. I'm very interested to see. Aston Martin just looks a little bit... Yeah. Even if Newey has done a great job. Look at Lance's face here. Come on, man. That's just pain. That is just pure pain, bro. He's smiling at the back over there. Also, what have Aston Martin done with their merch, bro? Not a fan. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys like Formula One merch or any sort of that related content as well, and obviously Formula One related content, make sure to subscribe over here. Subscribe, and also at the same time follow me on @Satch the F1 guy, because there's a lot more going on over there. And yeah, TikTok as well, Twitter as well, or X. Do the whole thing. Appreciate each and every one of you, for whoever has strolled into this live stream. But yeah, where we are right now is I'm just leveraging motorsport.com. This is kind of where we are. And we have around 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. I'm just going to make a quick announcement on Instagram regarding the live link. So just bear with me for a second, and then yeah, we're pretty much getting into we're pretty much just gonna get into the live session, which begins in 5 minutes. So I'm just gonna very quickly grab your water, because it's gonna be another 1 hour of just watching cars on track, which is gonna be pretty exciting stuff. So here we go. Share, copy link. Hey, what's happened here, mate? Okay, there we go. Social media is absolutely crazy. All right, here we go. Done. Check. Photo. Testing 1. And if you guys want to push through this live stream to more people, that would be greatly appreciated. If not, that's all good as well. Because yeah, just appreciate you guys for whoever's tuning in today. It's only day 1, so it's pretty wild to have you guys on, man. Like, and appreciate you guys. MNC Walla, NJ 5559. All you guys just commenting, and Pintu Sharma, WE. Yeah, all you guys, mate. I appreciate each and every one of you who's tuned in. Click to watch live. Okay, we have 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go. All right, here we go. Checking, and what are you guys most excited about for this session? Comment in the chats. What are you guys predicting that's gonna happen? I'm very curious to see if we're gonna see some quick runs today. Probably not. Very unlikely, but you just never know. Maybe. Okay, is the stream working? I'm not too sure. F1 TV. Coverage will begin shortly. All right. We have movement. We have some movement, guys. What do we think? I'm really hoping for a good couple of features, maybe, that we can get to see stuff that's happened. I know a couple of cars did stop on track today, which wasn't ideal. So if there's a way to, I hope we can get that covered as well. All right. Top fans. All right, 1 more minute. This should pop up. I'm just finishing up posting my story for people to come and watch. Live. Oof. Testing. Reaction. Okay, F1 TV, it's 10 o'clock. Let's see some cars on track. I wish we could bring back the... Oh, the Force India, man. Yep. Obviously, Force India was such a beautiful, beautiful car, man. And such a team, right? What an amazing story. They always punched above their waist. Always punched above their waist. And that was just absolutely stunning to do that. So, oh, here we go. For any of you who are wondering, F1 TV stream is live, and we have cars on track. Not quite, almost there, but now we can actually discuss and talk through some of the stuff. So, but yeah, things are looking pretty good. But nah, Force India, man, that team. It's funny how they went from Jaguar. Oh, was it Jaguar? No, it wasn't Jaguar. Force India was bought from Spiker team. They became Force India in 2008, and they went, yeah, up until then became Racing Point to Aston Martin now, and I just hope. Oh, here we go. Ferrari's on track. We are live. So Leclerc going fastest with a 134.273, as you can see over here, which is very, very exciting. But yeah, no, Sergio Perez, good to see him back on the grid, eh? So earlier today, oh my god, Perez actually went off. Perez had a mechanical issue. Yep, he brought out the red flags. The Cadillac brought out the red flags, guys. Yep, you're talking about Sergio Perez there, mate. Yep, he was driving. Oh, the McLaren stopped as well. Oh, okay. McLaren stopped in the pit wall. And then they had to just drag it back. But they're running now. It's fine. Again, testing the entire purpose of the test is to basically iron out these sort of things, right? You want to have problems in the test, not during the season. Yeah, very, very interesting to see. Oh, what was that? Something broke from the Cadillac on the front straight earlier today. Gasly stopped as well earlier today. Jeez. During dusk. That's very interesting to see as well. Oh my word. That's no fun. A few red flags then today. Jeez, okay. Let's see. Williams is overweight. Here's the weight loss plan for this is pretty crazy. Yeah. Pretty heavy though. But that Red Bull looks stunning on track, mate. I have to say. That's what they're showing right now. But it's very interesting to see that. Why is this not popping up? Okay, we got Behrman now on track. I actually want to see this a little bit more. If we can see. I'm just going to go back to this view because it's pretty much just covering the test now. And not really showing you guys too much. But if I can show some nice images, that would be good. Or actually, I'll just have the timing screen with us over here. There we go. Yeah, that Williams looks pretty nice on track. I'm not gonna lie, it's growing on me a little bit. Initially, I made a reel where I just didn't know what was going on with their livery, but it looks to be pretty good. Pretty good. So right now we have Carlos Sainz on track. It's fascinating, the active aerodynamics, how it sort of just the wing for some teams, the rear wings just flap up. Whereas for the others, it's just like, for the Alpine, it just falls down. It's just like, it just falls back. But for the other teams, it flips up. So it's very interesting to see how that works. Yeah, very, very interesting. What's Ted Kravitz doing, man? Ted Kravitz is, he's having his own fun. Oh, Kingfisher, yep. Kingfisher was not fun, was it? Well, they were a great sponsor, I'll tell you that much. I just don't know how. how, yeah, sad to see. Sad to see. I really enjoyed the Force India liveries as well. I think, oh, look at this. Power unit, approximately 50% internal combustion engine and 50% electric power. So they've removed the MGUK and MGUH has been removed and MGUK power has increased. And all cars will run on advanced sustainable fuels. Very interesting. Uh, must be very complex for the guys to be driving this. But yeah, going back to your point about Force India, yeah, the liveries used to be banging. Really enjoyed their liveries. I think it was pretty awesome to see. Especially when they turned pink in 2017. I really enjoyed that. Obviously, that was because of BWT, but yeah, really enjoyed that. And yeah, so now, oh, there we go. Is that Hadjar? That's Hadjar. Okay, this is the first time I'm seeing Hadjar in a Red Bull properly, right? Like we saw him. I was in Abu Dhabi 20. Oh, there we go. Good. That was nice into turn 10. That Red Bull looks so beautiful. So beautiful on track. But I saw Hadjar in FP1, I think, in Abu Dhabi. And he was pretty sweet. He looked pretty good, and I was near the hairpin, turn 3, and he was very, like, one of the latest breakers when I saw. So that was very interesting. Okay, 112, sector 2. Yeah, and the cars have, like, this weird, interesting backlight. I don't know if I can find it, but, okay, here we go. Is he backed off? No, 134. That's nowhere near. Tail light. LED wheel covers. No, that's from last year. No, is it not tail light? I thought it was tail light. I don't. What is it called? Rain light, I think. There we go. Rain lights in action. Nope. Can't seem to find it. Huh. Let's check what's going on Twitter. Keanu Reeves with Max. Oh, look at that. Setting the fastest time of the morning in style. 32 minutes ago. That's a little bit delayed, don't you think? Given it's, I don't know, like, what's the timer? Wait, why is Hydro going slowly? Wait. What? Oh, he's just backing off. Okay. Gave me a bit of a heart attack over there. Yeah, no, I mean, Ferrari put this out. Well, Formula 1 did, but this was, yeah, in the morning. He's still on top, which is pretty cool. Yep, Will Buxton with the obviously recorded Hamil dashing rumors. That's pretty funny. Yeah, but that horse looks stunning on track, doesn't it? So beautiful. So beautiful. So Lance Stroll is obviously reporting a 4-second gap, okay? Okay, and this is it. He was asked about the positive from testing, and he says, the weather's nice, better than the UK, and the livery looks nice. Oh my god. This is not going well. And for Lance to be this open about his dad's team, so to say, it's a little bit... I don't know. It's not ideal. Well, saying that, Alonso is on track right now. Now, this is interesting, right? Because if Alonso is... Well, 2026 is the last year of his contract, right? And he is obviously 44 years old. If this doesn't work out, this is like his last Hail Mary. If this doesn't work out, then I guess I don't know, if Alonso will probably retire then at the end of the year, which would be pretty sad, but I guess then he can come to Indy 500, right? To IndyCar. And I love IndyCar. Just a huge shout out to IndyCar. And if any of you watch IndyCar, if any of you live right now, I don't even know how many people we have live right now, but Do you guys know much about IndyCar? Do you follow IndyCar? Is that something you guys are interested in? Because yeah, it's pretty awesome series, spec series. But a lot of Formula One drivers, former Formula One drivers, or even back in the day, current Formula drivers would have raced in IndyCar. But that, okay, just looking at the lap from Aston Martin, my point there was that Alonso can go to IndyCar, but oh, that is very twitchy. That Aston's, oh my, whoa. Not sure if you guys saw that, but that thing's twitching a lot. Is he backed off? No. He's going in and in. Turn 10's very complex. Okay, no issues there. It looks pretty straightforward. He's on a C3. C3 tires. Turn 11. Into 12. It just doesn't look that hooked, is it? Yeah, it's funny, right? Like how much engines can actually play a part. Because, oh, like you can have the best aerodynamic car created, but if the engine doesn't work, it doesn't work. 138.2, and right now 138.2. So he's gone up a little bit. He's gained 7/10 from his previous best. But that was not good. Into like 4 and 5, the sort of the quick chicane, S-style chicane in Bahrain, Alonso just hit the curb and it just twitched. Like the whole entire car just snapped in his hand. That's not ideal, but it's okay. Again, it's just one lap. Had he nailed that properly, he probably would have been not too far off. So 138.2 is alright. And then now we have Leclerc. Are those hard tires? I think he's on the hards. No, maybe. Let's see. Oh, he's gone off. He's gone off. Absolutely gone off. Okay. Interesting. I just hope there's a way for Alonso and Honda to work it out. My point initially was going to be, you can have the best aerodynamics, but if the engine's not going to do well, no shit, like you're not going to perform properly, right? So it's very not the best, shall we say? But yeah, this picture was making rounds. Is GP being poached by Merck? Is Russell being poached by Red Bull? No, I'm joking. Probably not. He gets out of the car, throws his gloves. They're not where they wanted to be. So, any Aston fans out there, it's not looking good, mate. It's not looking good. Norris is on a fast lap right now. Yeah, I don't know. So here we go. So if you look at RPMs, right? This is a good visual comparison. On Verstappen's fastest lap, this is 12 hours ago, right? So the Red Bull powertrain Ford engine reached 12,086 revs per minute in 8th gear. And on Stroll's fastest lap, the Honda engine only reached 10,277 revs per minute in 8th gear. That's a big deficit, man. 1.7k deficit. It's not really looking good. It's not looking good. Okay, Norris has just done a lap. Again, not the fastest. Oh, this is the first time I'm seeing Charles Leclerc is behind. Oh, those lights are funky. Leclerc is behind Sainz. Some sort of racing action a little bit. Haven't seen that in a minute. Yeah, so that would be the overtake mode, right? And how that will look like. But yeah, you have the Cadillac chasing the Audi. Interesting, interesting. Very interesting to see how this all works out. It's good to have. I like these. I like this information from F1, the way they're educating us, which is pretty nice. But yeah, back to the Aston Martin Honda. I think that's the biggest news today, which is it's not going that well, and it's not ideal. But I don't know. Hot take: Merc isn't ridiculously sandbagging. Look at that. Do you guys think Merc is sandbagging? I really think they are. I really think they are. It's pretty hilarious as to what they're trying to do. But yeah, no, it's not looking good. Let's see. Yeah, that's a beautiful picture. Let me change my... Oh, hello. That's not working, is it? Oh, I got the... There we go. I just wanted to show that image. It's not actually that crisp, surprisingly. Okay, Hadjar has just started his lap. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Hadjar. Come on, Hadjar. Oh, why? You're showing the car and then you just... Why'd you pan to a different side of the track? Get back, mate. There he is. Into turn 3. Turn 4. Going into 5, 6. Oh, that was a big lift off, it looked like. Yep, that looks pretty clean. So turn 10, this is one of the trickiest corners of the entire calendar. It's just such a... There's so much front load. Okay, now lock up. Good, good. But that Red Bull pops on track. I've flashed up on screen as well. But that Red Bull is looking good. Okay, active aerodynamics works. One thing I need to understand is the active aerodynamics. Does that work similar to the DRS where you can use it at any point, any straight during the circuit? Or is that more of a when you're... Yeah, I think it must be. It must be. Okay, Hadjar is just wrapping up. See, we're 134. It's not going to be the quickest time, but I would say he's there or thereabouts. Nice. Yeah, good lap there from... Yeah, good lap that from... Oh, Bortoleto overshoots. Oh, that was a big smoking lockup. Jesus Christ, Bortoleto. Oh, wow. Right into the final turn. I'm just going to check something real quick. And yeah, did you guys check out Williams's the googly eyes on the driver dashboards? Alex Palou. What's this? At trial, Alex Palou, said he lost hope in reaching F1 when Oscar Piastri was signed. And yet after that, he signed another McLaren deal, wasn't in an F1 car 5 days, asked for and got a 400k bonus, negotiated a race. In all, it's why he lost in court. Huh. If you guys don't know, I follow IndyCar as well. And it's just very interesting to see how that gets planned out. Huh. Oh, yes, that's a beautiful looking car. IndyCar, here we go. Oh, that's a beautiful pick. Look at that. That is definitely turn 10. Turn 10 in Bahrain. But no, from this side, that white looks very, very beautiful, I have to say. It looks awesome. It really does. But okay, that's the Audi, the McLaren. Yeah, I think the biggest breaking point, that the biggest news we have today has to be sorry, this is pretty funny. Huge news, get on board with IndyCar. Oh, IndyCar is dead. Multi commitment to IndyCar. And IndyCar is such a great series, man. I'm like, I have to say, I don't know if you guys don't watch it yet. You better get into it. But this is what I was alluding to earlier. We have some pictures. We have some racing pics. So here you could see Charles actually trying to chase down Carlos a little bit, using the overtake and stuff. And this was just, again, not great images, but we have something. And yeah, he did overtake him. And you can see the active aerodynamics like flipping from the front wing and the rear wing as well, which is very, very cool. Yeah, I know. Very, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that is a very interesting concept. Look how tight that is. That there's no space in that inlet at all. And then it just barges out into a normal side pot. I don't like why. I don't know. Very interesting. Very interesting to see. But then you can also excuse me, this. I've had this cough for like, I don't know even how long, man. I'm so done with it at this point. But yeah, those side pods look super, super tight. It's a thing of beauty though, and the Audi livery is growing on me slowly, you know? It definitely is. That's a job well done for day one. Nice. Esty bestie. Yep. I mean, I'm just going to leave this image up for a while for any Aston Martin fans. Yeah, no, mate. Sorry about that. Just, oh, it's just, you can just look at his eyes, man. It's just, you can see pain in his eyes. You can see absolute pain in his eyes. It's just so sad. So sad. Oh. Alonso. Well, what do we have going on right now? We have, I think, we have 37 minutes left in the day. You can see on F1's official website. We have that countdown, and this is kind of the lineup right now. The leaderboard. Leclerc still tops, Lando second, George third, Behrman fourth, Gasly fifth. It's interesting, Hadjar is sixth only right now, given I don't know if he's pushing too much. He's on the C3 obviously, which is, oh my word, I've been waffling for so long. It's actually insane, but yeah, interesting. The major concerns, again, Alonso is the biggest one. And Mercedes are, yesterday they finished, I think, P6? Yep. Whereas today they are a lot more faster. So, yeah. Interesting to see what that goes. But, yeah, this is, where is it? There. That's the image, guys. Very, very sad to see, but Alonso's not having a good time. Oh, we have on board from the VCARB, Arvid Lindblad. Okay, here we go. This is the first time I'm seeing Lindblad. So for those of you who don't know much about Lindblad, Arvid Lindblad came through the junior categories pretty quick. Got signed by Red Bull Driver Academy. Made his way through, and also has a pretty interesting heritage. So his dad is Swedish, mum is Indian, but he reps Britain. So very, very interesting to see. That looked pretty clean actually, that lap from Lindblad. Decent, not too bad. Not too shabby. Hadjar. What is Ted saying? This is the thing, I need to figure out how do I don't have a USB-C headphone that I can plug into my iPad so that I can see what's going on. But yeah, let's move on from Aston though. Oh, this is hilarious. This is this is Marcus Ericsson's Caterham from 2014, which I've actually met Marcus and I spoke to him about this car and he said it was just not it. Like they prefer like Formula 2 car or GP2 car back then to this car, and this guy's just gone Aston Martin 2026. Relax, bro, but wow. Wow. Okay, Leclerc's going on another lap. Ah, Valtteri Bottas. Have you guys been watching Valtteri's What's Next on his YouTube? That is absolute gold tier content. Better get on it. Ted Kravitz is reporting the googly driver's eyes on the driver dashboard in the Williams garage, which is pretty fun. Okay, Leclerc is coming in, wrapping up into the final corner. And 131, 32, 33. Okay, it's not. It's on a C1. 137.2. 137.2. I think they're doing a little bit of race runs now. Or at least they're trying to understand. Because right now, conditions are very representative of what happens on race day in Bahrain. You know, the ambient temperatures, you have all those kind of things. So very, very interesting to see how that sort of plans out. A bit of racing going on as well. You have Norris chasing down... Who was it? Yeah, Norris chasing down George Russell. Very, very interesting. Yeah, those are some of the cars. That's the Alpine. And that's what I was talking about, the rear wing, where it just, rather than opening up, it sort of just it just drops behind. So like if this is a normal McLaren where the active aero just opens up, right, going in this direction, it just opens up. For Alpine, it drops down, so like it's the other way around, which is very interesting, and that's what you can see here. The Ferrari, it looks like it's beautiful Scarlet Ferrari, but it looks so basic. Like you look at the side pods on the Alpine, they look a little bit more aggressive, and you know, like they've tried something very tightly packaged up here as well in the engine covers. But this looks very simple and elegant, and maybe that's the way. But obviously their front end is a little bit more aggressive. And then, oh my god, there you go. Just going back to on-track action. Oh, Norris locks up. And that's why testing right now is super interesting, because you need to be able to... Oh, okay, he was actually not locks up. He was just going to go straight into him. So that's very interesting. But you can see the dashboard, the MFD, the multifunction display on the steering wheel, where it has the energy bar on the right-hand side. Very interesting graphics as well. But yeah, going back to this Ferrari right now, it's... Whoa, wait, whoa. Ollie Behrman is going to set the fastest lap. Oh, no, he did not. It fell away in the last... Oh, jeez, it fell away in the last corner, but... Jeez, that Haas. That Haas looks stunning, all right? Let's just be very clear. It looks absolutely beautiful. Stunning. That white, red, the way they've just come up with the GR logo as well, the Gazoo Racing. Oh, but then they look all right. Okay, so recharging. Drivers will be able to recharge their battery in 4 ways. Under braking, overloading the throttle in corners, lifting off early, and harvesting power whilst 100% throttle. Oh, so under braking, fair enough. That's pretty obvious. Overloading the throttle in corners. Overloading the throttle would mean quick downshifting, which is what Max Verstappen was doing. Then lifting off early, so lift and coast, which was something they discussed. and harvesting power whilst applying 100% throttle. So that's maybe, I think, okay. Now you have on-track action. You have Lando Norris chasing down George Russell. And this is, it's nice to see some racing back again. Sparks flying as well, which is interesting because there's a lot more rake on the cars. So what a rake is essentially, if you see the back side over here, it's just lifted off the ground a bit for aerodynamic reasons. Oh, he's backed off, has he? Oh yeah, he's backed off. So, but then still it's sparking, which is pretty nice. Okay, so interesting now. Russell sets a good time. And yeah, like, yeah, that Audi, you see what I mean? Like, that is very tightly packaged over there. Okay, versus the Ferrari, which is very simple on sides. So, yeah, different takes, different variations. Pretty cool stuff. That thing just looks so beautiful on track. I'm so happy Red Bull have gone back to the old logo and just, yeah, just that shade of blue as well. Beautiful. Okay, we are under 30 minutes to go for day 2. And currently, we have... This is the leaderboard right now. This is the timing screen. Shout out motorsports.com. Yeah, they're doing pretty alright. Leclerc is on top today. And the times have fallen from yesterday, as expected. No surprise over there. We've got Gabriel Bortoleto on track right now. He's on a flyer right now. Oh, the Audi rear wing is similar to the Alpine as well, a little bit with the drop. Let's see. Yeah, Bortoleto's going alright. Tidy lap so far. Yeah, the Audi's the silver is it's a dark grayish silver, which is very nice. Oh, he's gone off. Gone off. You guessed it, turn 10. He's gone off. Because Mattia Binotto said the list of things that they need... Oh, he's cheeky, he's laughing. He's laughing after Bortoleto locked up. Yeah, it's a very tricky car, man. Especially if it's brand new. Audi have their own power unit as well. Right? Which is very interesting as well. So, given that, actually... 7th and 9th right now is not too bad. Not too shabby. Even because you look at who are the other new engine manufacturers? Cadillac's with Ferrari. Yeah, it's just Audi and Red Bull, and both are doing pretty alright. Yeah, that was did showing highlights of Gabriel Bortoleto locking up, and even Binotto was like, "Whoa, I'm just acting Binotto." He was just like, "Whoa, what happened here?" Very animated. Okay, Lindblad. Oh! That was very twitchy. Very twitchy. Okay, Hadjar is back. Hadjar's firing up for another lap. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. So no DRS signs, but then when does the active arrow just open up? I'm still trying to figure. Do any of you know about this? When does the active arrow actually fire up? When can you use it? Okay, Hadjar into turn 1. Has he backed off? Nope, he's on. He's on. Okay. Nice. Into 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's a nice onboard. We're getting... Oh, no! It's glitched! Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay, we've got Hadjar coming out of into turn 10 now. Oh, sparks flying. That Red Bull's a piece of beauty, man. Oh, he's locked up as well. What is with... Oh. Jesus Christ. It's so funny. It's so funny. Oh, hello. That's not the one. F1 discussions. Oh, what do we have? Do we have anything new? Yeah, Aston is, as I said, the big news. Um, yeah, things aren't looking that great. Alonso's just gone out again. Let's see. Yeah, Hadjar's lockup was pretty aggressive. He didn't even lock up. He just overshot. He just didn't brake enough. That's pretty funny. Would he go for another? Is he going to go for another lap? No, he's going to go into the pits. Oh, no, he's going to do a cool down and go again. Okay. Yeah, this is not looking good for Honda and Aston Martin. Oh. Yeah, you can see some more pictures over here. Yeah, no, that angle is very, very beautiful. I love the old Cadillac, the vintage Cadillac logo that they've brought in. It's stunning. Very nicely incorporated into this as well. Yeah, the McLaren looks a bit. And Tom Bellingham from Matt and P1, Matt and P1 podcast mentioned that the McLaren, like you look at the Cadillac, you can tell that they've designed the livery based on the 2026 car. But on the McLaren, it's last year's livery put on here. It looks like a, I don't know, like for me, MasterCard is your biggest sponsor. It's the McLaren MasterCard Formula One team. Yet you have Velo, OKX, and MasterCard sort of having equal spaces. I don't know what the deal is, what their contract is, but then there's black stripe and then Allwyn having their own, shade of blue on up top. I don't know, it's not the cleanest McLaren look that they've had. Okay, moving on. Alonso is actually on track now. He's just finished sector 1. He's heading into turn 10. And oh, he's locked up. Big, huge front left lockup. Oh, he's not going to be a happy man. I'm very curious to hear the... Oh, man. This is going to be a long season for Alonso and Stroll. They're 13th right now, and whereas the onboard looks pretty clean actually, but just didn't want to turn. Just didn't want to slow down, didn't want to turn. A lot of understeer. Car didn't want to turn, and yeah, it's not looking great right now. So I think Alonso's going to pull in to the pits again. Is he going for another lap? I think he'll go for one more. So Alonso's 3.975 seconds away from the fastest leader, from Leclerc essentially today. And that's the VCAB. Too much happening. Not a fan of this portion here, but hey. Lindblad, though, is 11th. His first year in Formula One. Interesting, right? When a lot of these junior drivers like Lindblad, Hadjar are going up into the 2026 regs, and that's going to be their new benchmark. So for Lindblad, this will be his first proper Formula One car, and he wouldn't necessarily know how to race the older cars. But when you look at Hadjar, this is the best time to be Max's teammate because the benchmark is going to be completely brand new for both of them, right? So this is his best chance to adapt as well. So Lindblad coming through. 134.2 was 137.4. Okay. Still trying to get a feel of the car a lot better. A lot more. Fair enough. But yeah, that's a very... Oh no. Oh no. Spot the difference, guys. Yeah, no. This is the big concern right now. Even if you see, you see this over here? Let me see if I can zoom in. Look at that. The top suspension wishbone actually is mounted right at the top of the car. And when you looked at the... I don't know how many of you are actually watching F1 TV right now, but if you can have a look because from the Aston Martin's on board, you can see like a weird two rods poking out from either side, and that's actually these wishbones from up top. That is such an interesting concept. I didn't pick it earlier on, which is pretty interesting. I didn't pick on it. You look at the Ferrari and stuff, they're pretty high up, but they're not that high. Like, there's a good amount of space. Okay, laps completed. 137 for Leclerc. 144 for Norris. Behrman 125. Russell 54. Hadjar 50 odd. Wow. Yeah, I'm just seeing the Aston Martin on board right now. If you guys are as well. Look at the top. Just above the halo. You can see, geez, that Aston's really locking up a lot. Oh, that's not looking good, man. It's not looking good for the Aston. Ay. But can we just appreciate how beautiful it looks on track? I think they haven't done enough justice to show... I don't know, when it came out it was good, but I thought that this neon swoosh didn't really exist. But it does, which is pretty awesome. So, yeah, just such a beautiful looking car on track. But I just wish it was fast enough. Yeah, another one. Oh. And that's the rake I was telling you guys about. The distance between the floor and, well, the floor and the actual tarmac is raised a little bit at an elevated angle. Just helps with aerodynamics, and that's what a rake is over here. But the ride in the Aston Martin looks very horrific. Like, Alonso's locking up in every other corner right now, which is not ideal. Yeah, not again. Some crazy lap. Oh, that's a good view. Look at that. That is wild. Oh my god, that is insane packaging. Very nice. Very good to see Audi doing something a little bit different. Look how small that is. Wow. And we got 17 minutes left in day 2. We will be back live tomorrow as well, streaming for day 3. You know, I would appreciate whoever's watching right now if you guys can comment in the chat what you would like to see improved and whatnot. I would really appreciate it. You know, it's pretty nice to see each and every one of you who's joined, albeit as expected. We're not going to have a lot of people pop up straight away, but yeah, just nice to, you know, have a few people on, and yeah, we're just going to build from it. And very interesting. Yeah, but this Merc looks pretty sick as well. Beautiful. Yeah, fastest was... Leclerc. That was a lockup I was telling you about. Turn 10. Most people lock up. Just a very tough corner to deal with. Let me see if I can find lap counts. We want to see lap counts. Okay, F1 2026 day 2 Bahrain lap count. Oh, that is not how you spell Day 2 morning session. Let's check motorsport.com. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We have McLaren 138 laps. That's a lot of laps. That's very good mileage. Ferrari, Leclerc himself, 127. Pretty awesome. Racing Bulls have 122 laps, 50 and 72. That's very good running for Lindblad. Very, very good running, because you got to make sure, as a rookie especially, that the more laps you get with the least amount of breakdowns, the better. Haas look very good. Williams again having a cracking day after yesterday. Yesterday they piled on 130 odd laps, I think it was. Audi's come out pretty good. Alpine, pretty decent. Cadillac as well. Very respective. Mercedes, interesting. Very... Why has... Why has Mercedes had the least amount of laps? I don't know. Did something happen to Mercedes today? I'll have to have a look. But this is a big one for me. 94 laps for Alonso, but he's still locking up, still not feeling it properly. He's not happy. He's not a happy man. Hmm. 4 seconds off after a tough start. Yep, Aston's the one. That's just so tough. Okay, let's have a look. We have Lindblad on track right now. Lindblad is firing through. He's doing his thing. And... Oh! Huge moment. Huge moment out of 10-10. Completely got foxed over there. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was very scary. Very scary. Like, if I was in the car right now, that would have been... Yeah, let's just say I would have... I'd have felt that a little bit. Yeah, no, that is... He goes into turn 9. And then into turn 10. Yeah, just a lot of understeer. Car didn't want to turn in. Carried too much speed into the corner. Didn't lock up, which is pretty fair enough. But then, yeah, just overshot into... But it looks so dramatic when they show it on TV. Whereas it's actually not that much. Oh, there we go. The Cadillac. Oh, it's a matte finish. Huh. Very interesting. Very interesting. Pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. Yeah, we'll have to just see now what's... Bottas is going to last turn. Where are we? 134, 135, 136. P8. Bottas goes to P8. Let's refresh this a little bit. I'm just going into this view because I don't want to have too many ads pop up and stuff, just for like copyright reasons and whatnot. So I'm just using this view for now, but then I'll revert back as well. Back and forth. Interesting. 136.8. 136.8 P8. There you go. 842. 824, sorry. Nice that by Valtteri. Yeah, we'll just have to see how these guys go, because it's been pretty tough. Again, I think the big news is Aston Martin, man. Like, they are really, really under the pump now. Aston Martin's Fernando Alonso says that the lighter, noisier cars in the late 90s and early 2000s were the peak of the Formula 1 DNA. We will never go back to the late 90s or early 2000s. Oh, it's a bit sad. Okay. Well. some more images from the track. Not the crispiest images, shall we say. But you can see, this is a very interesting view of the side pod. We thought it was going to be like a no side pod design, but it does. It is a side pod. I would love to see the front view of it so that we can see if it's like what do the inlets look like, because surely like engine cooling has to be a thing, right? Yeah, I don't know. That's max. Yeah, and very pixelated, sadly. Oh no, that is wild. All the types of lockups, guys. Excuse me. Under 10 minutes to go. Under 10 minutes to go now. This is getting pretty interesting. Sebastian Bourdais. Oh, this is a driver lineup for Super Formula. Do we know any of these? Yeah. Zach O'Sullivan. He's a Williams Academy driver. Luke Browning, who's the Williams reserve driver for 2026. Kamui Kobayashi used to race in Formula One. Got his only podium in Japan driving a Sauber in 2012. Pretty crazy stuff. Charlie Wirtz as well. Oh, nice. Pretty cool. A lot of Olympic stuff happening as well. That's the McLaren right now. Looks nice. Very interesting protruded sort of front wing. Oh, VSC. VSC out on track, guys. VSC. We have 8 minutes left on track. As you can see over here. Oh, there we go. 8 minutes to go. VSC now. Why is that just a standard procedure? That would be my assumption. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Let's see. I think it's just standard procedure. They're just making sure the VSC works. I don't see anything on track. Red flag. I think it's just procedural. It's not going to be anything. No one stopped on track, guys. No need to panic. It's just red flag for standard reasons. It's not like a... They just want to make sure. So FIA and stuff want to make sure that during a red flag, the proper procedures are followed by the driver, by the teams, and because of that, it's just a test. They're testing procedures in testing. I hope that makes sense. They're showing the Williams driver cam again, or the dashboard, with the eyes. Looks so good, so good. Big fan of it. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. 7 minutes to go. We don't have too much happening, so let's check the there she is. That's what's happening right now. If you guys can see, oh, just about. Let me just reduce myself a bit more. There we go. That should give you guys a full idea. But yeah, Leclerc's P1, Norris P2, Behrman P3, which is he's only a second off some of the other, well, only a second off the McLaren and the Ferrari, which is very, very good signs for Behrman. It might have just been a shot in the dark in terms of going quick, but yeah. Then you have Russell, Hadjar, Bortoleto, Gasly, Bottas, Albon, Hulkenberg, Lindblad, Sainz, Lawson, Alonso, Perez, Kimi. Yeah, the big one, as I said again, guys, is Alonso. Yeah, something's not clicking right there. Things are a little bit off the charts for them. It's not looking great. Shall we say, for Aston Martin right now. And I don't know. I think today they've given it a good run, so we'll have a better idea tomorrow as to what they're going to do. I have a feeling Lance and Alonso, most of the teams will share tomorrow, AM PM sessions. So that's going to be very interesting to see. But this is, yeah, this is not looking great. And as you can see, Leclerc's fastest on closing stages of day 2. But yeah, I don't know. This is the big story right now. This is the big story. Aston Martin are not looking great. Yeah, Adrian Newey, is he regretting leaving Red Bull right now? I don't know. It's too early to say, obviously, but we'll just have to see, right? So, and he was extremely downbeat after that. Jeez, apologies for that, guys. Oh, wow. What has happened here? Hope the stream's all good. Sorry about that. Just got a spam call. My bad. But yeah, Lance is extremely downbeat after Aston Martin's tough preseason start. They were 4 days late to its first collective shakedown in the year when they completed just 36 laps. That was a result of detecting a data anomaly in the new Honda power unit. Okay, right now we look like we're 4 seconds off the top team. 4.5 seconds. Impossible to know what fuel loads and everything other people are running. But yeah, we need to try and find 4 seconds of performance. 4 seconds is a huge gap. It is massive. It is ridiculously massive, alright? Yeah, no, this is not looking great. Even so, it hasn't been the start. Aston Martin hoped. Yeah. Oh, it started 4 months late into the wind tunnel as well. Wind tunnel program. I don't know. I don't know if people are going to sleep right now at Aston Martin because this is not looking great. This is not looking good. Anyway, 3 minutes to go, guys. 3 minutes to go for day 2, to wrap up day 2. And we have a little bit of track action. Red flag is gone. Cars are following each other. You have Ollie Behrman chasing down Lando Norris, which is very interesting. And the cars look very nimble and light as well. Yellow flag. Who's gone off now? Has anyone gone off? I don't know. I don't quite know. Why is there a yellow flag? Why? What is going on? Let's have a look. Okay, let's launch the live timing. Okay. Who's gone off? Who has gone off? Don't know, but yeah, we got 1 minute left now. 1 minute left. Oh, it's 2 minutes on my end, actually. But yeah, look at that. Look at this. Antonelli drove today. So many drivers drove, which was nice. Yeah. 98 laps was pretty good. It's a good amount of mileage, given that they had nothing, Aston Martin, over the last couple of days. But this is not looking great. Yeah, I'm not feeling too optimistic about Aston Martin's chances. I would not be surprised if they're going to be at the back of the field to begin with. And, teams like Audi and Cadillac actually now, given that they are not facing such issues, could potentially leapfrog Aston to begin with. But obviously Aston is a fully fledged team. It's so much better in terms of operations. I would assume to Audi and Cadillac that they're going to, do well anyway. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know what's going to happen. Anyway, Ollie Behrman, though, he's come out of the blue, chucked on a pair of softs and just went ballistic towards the end. So, yeah, very interesting to see. Oh, it was 1018 is what they said. Interesting. Race control, double yellow in track, sector 18. Interesting. Interesting. Well, it's almost done. We have less than a minute. And we should be wrapping up day 2 of testing. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed today. This is obviously my first time live streaming, so very, very interesting to see how it all sort of unfolds and how it's been going. So I appreciate you guys, and yeah, would love to know if you guys have any feedback, because this is very very new, right, for me, for the brand. And yeah, just I appreciate you guys, whoever's tuned in, even if it's like a couple of folks. I appreciate it. And that will do it for today. Again, if we just go back, we have Leclerc, right? Leclerc, Norris, Behrman, Russell, Hadjar, Bortoleto, Gasly, Bottas, Albon, Hulkenberg. So yeah, very interesting stuff. Leclerc did it on the C3s, Lando on the hards, mediums, Behrman and the Ferrari on the softs as well. I think Behrman, and very, very good for Hadjar as well to be P5, given this is his first time in the car properly. A first full day that he's gotten. Bortoleto did very good as well. And then yeah, tomorrow we're gonna have a share of drivers going back and forth, so AM PM sessions. But the big news again is the big news unfortunately is Aston Martin. Aston Martin are not looking too good. They're testing out the lights out start pretty good, absolutely. But this is the biggest news of the day, guys. Aston Martin are not looking great. They are 4 seconds off the pace, or so Lance Stroll claims. So that's going to be very interesting. But yeah, this year's calendar, we start on the 8th of March in Australia. So we have a few weeks left still for that. But yeah, I think for Aston Martin, things are not looking great. And that's going to be the big talking point for tomorrow. So you can see over here, Alonso gets out of the car, throws his gloves. They're not where they want to be. Same thing here. Press photo versus reality. It's pain. So yeah, that was day 2 of preseason testing, guys. We'll be live tomorrow again from 9, for the last couple of hours again, on 9 to 11 Eastern time here in North America. And yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed. If there's any feedback, you can reach out to me at Satch the F1 guy on Instagram, on X, on TikTok. Those are the 3 predominant, and on YouTube as well. And if you've liked it, go subscribe, turn your notifications on, because we'll be live back tomorrow. So appreciate you guys, and it's been good fun. And yeah, very curious to see what's going to happen tomorrow, right? It's going to be very interesting to see. Day 3 is when we should see a lot more runs, in terms of more runs that will communicate to us the pecking order, so to say, whether that's going to be, Ferrari are looking decent, Mercedes are looking decent, Red Bull are looking decent. So you have the big 3, which look all right. And then Haas have just popped up to P3 today. That could have been just like a, let's just reduce a lot of fuel load and just go for it, kind of Hail Mary it. So it could have been that. And yeah, very interesting to see. But lots to catch up for. Lots to look forward to for day 3. And yeah, and next week it's going to be full days of running. So that's going to be pretty exciting. So appreciate you guys if you tuned in. This was my first time live streaming. Very interesting. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And see you guys tomorrow. Have a cracking rest of your day.